Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to change a plug outside on a swimming pool filter, or for a swimming pool filter pump, and the plug is one of those types of circuit breaker built in. It's got a little red and black button that you use if it shorts out and trips. Now the whole thing is connected to a breaker box outside the deck near the pool, and the breaker box goes to another breaker box inside the house. So there's 3 sets of breakers that trip in case something happens. Now, we don't have a plug with the built-in trips, but there's 2 backup systems. One, like I said, near the pool, and the other one outside of the pool. So without further ado, I'll show you what I'm going to do, and follow along. Okay, here is the outside breaker. Now, before we start any electrical project, and I want to just make a statement that this is for entertainment purposes. I don't claim that I'm an electrician, but I do know how to do this. But do not attempt this at home. This is for people who know what they're doing, because working with electricity can be dangerous and life-threatening. So here's the breaker box outside of the pool. You can see the pool in the background. We're going to make sure every breaker is off, and we're going to gather the necessary tools to do the project. The tools are screwdrivers, pliers, electrical tape or wire twister thingies, and a new plug, flashlight in case it gets dark, and bug spray. A lot of bugs, but that's optional, the last one. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, there's the plug for the pump right near the filter on the side of the pool, and it's got an old switch and we had the extension cord connected to it, but it's got an old switch and the actual box itself, which we're going to change this plug. So let me take it apart and show you guys. There seems like there's only one screw. We can use a Phillips or a flathead to take the screw out, and I think this has to be off just in case. I mean, we cut off all the circuits at the box. As long as the power is cut off at some point down the line, you're good, because there's no there isn't a backup wire running. It's all connected to one wire, and we shut off all the breakers in the box near the pool and back of the pool. So you unscrew it. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have to get it off first and save as many pieces as you can. I like to reuse, recycle. And then you just pull the plug out and start unscrewing all the wires. You don't have to be afraid. All the power is turned off. So you just have to remember where the wires go. White on the left, black on the right. Green on the bottom. Green is the, I believe that's grounding wire, but then I could be wrong. So remember, when you got it as such, grounding wire, white, black. This looks like a new plug, but it doesn't seem to be working. Alright, there's only one screw. I'm going to have to get another screw to connect it better. Alright, so I'll take this one, and well, you know what, I guess you don't need any electrical tape or anything as such, but let's see. Let's connect the white wire and the black wire and just screw it on. I kind of like to, when I'm dealing with electrical systems, take off some of the plastic and make the wires as long as you possibly can without cutting it. So remove some of this plastic, maybe. If I could cut it. don't think I have. I do have a knife. I could try using that. You just basically cut it and pull it off. Get rid of some of the corrosion and also exposes some of the fresh wire. You know what I'm gonna have to do? Break out my knife. This doesn't come out. I don't think it's gonna come out. Okay. Well, let's put this down. With house electrical systems, you don't want to just do it half-assed. You kind of want to get it done correctly because it's electrical. It could short out, so everything's got to be done. This connection is also corroded. However, it's still could be usable. Just wipe it down a little bit and reuse it. That's just the ground. The white and black wire, I wanted to make sure that I took off some of the things so I could wrap the wire around the screw really well. So I took off some of the plastic. All you do is basically get a razor blade or a knife, cut around it, make sure it's free from itself, and then use pliers to pull it off. Alright, so once you cut around, the wire inside is very strong, so you just have to pull on the plastic to get the plastic off of it. Kind of wiggle it around. Okay, so I got both of them, extra length on it, plus I got rid of the corrosion, and we got brand new connections. So now what we do is we take this plug, which was used already. Now see, the ground isn't on the bottom, but it's still green. So you know, green wire, green screw. And you take off the old wire, because this must have been used in the house. And yeah, not as easy as it sounds. Trying to get this old wire out. Okay, so now remember, it goes straight up like this. White wire was on the our left, plug right, and then since the screw goes this way, you want to wrap it around that way. So you kind of get the plug, the wire in a circle like this, and put the screw right through it. So you might take the screw out if it comes out. No. Alright, and then just kind of get it around it like this. Okay? That's how you do it. You get it around the screw. And that's right there a good connection. Push it in with a screwdriver. Push it down in there. Tuck it in. Screw the screw on. This is meant for an indoor plug, but if it's a good plug, we'll know if it's gonna work. If it's not the plug, then we can always reuse the one with the breaker attached to it. Okay, same with the black wire. You want to wrap it around. It's the way the screw goes, and you can use any one, top or bottom. They give multiple sources to plug. Screw it on. So this one's a little easier to wrap around. So you just wrap it around the screw, tuck it in with the screwdriver, and screw it in like so. Just make sure it's just long enough where you can wrap it around, but not long enough where it's going to touch anything else. See, it only comes out to the back right here, and you could just kind of fold that in. This whole side is negative, so you don't have to worry about it touching each other. And then this whole side is, it's really not negative and positive, but you think of it that way because it's white and black, but it's just a white wire and a black wire. And these are old wires that were connected to something else before. So we're gonna get the ground wire and attach to the screw. Now it has that fancy connection, which you can get more of these connections and just crimp them with pliers. Crimp them onto each wire and then just to connect the connection. That would be even better than wrapping it around. But this is a acceptable way of doing it. You just want to make sure that the wire's not going to get loose. It's not going to get loose and short out. You screw it on tight and you wrap it around. It's not going anywhere. All right. It's kind of a strange box. Doesn't have a screw on the bottom, just on the top. So I'm just gonna screw it on the top. We can always cover it. It has a cover anyways. But let's see if it works first. Screw it in. It's still filming. Okay, so I just screwed it in, screwed the plate on and tested it out. It seems to work, so I shut the breaker off and I'm going to screw the original cover onto it, which was this thing, because it actually helps a little bit with the rain. And then there's a bag you put over it anyways. So yeah, it works. It was this stupid plug. Okay, so I'll take this out. And, let's see. Probably take that. Get it all through all three, and then get it in the hole. And you can always adjust it once you get it screwed in a little bit. You just have to hold it there for a minute until the screw takes. Once the screw takes, you're golden. Come on, get in there. Not as easy as it looks. You gotta be very dexter. I don't know what the word for it is when you got your hands are steady. This is clearly an amateur job, but a professional one at the same time. You got limited resources, you can only do limited things. But anyway, it'll work. Well, just fine. And you know what else I'm gonna actually do to make it look better? Because I'm such a